Good evening, baseball fans. How you doing? We got an amazing game one of the World Series. We're in the bottom of the ninth, and we're going to react to it as we go. How are we doing, everyone? Good evening. Good evening. Hello, hello. Man, oh man, what a game we got tonight. This is a classic game one. 5-5 score, bottom of the ninth. Christian Vasquez is up, one out. Dominguez on the mound for the Phillies. And I'm here to hang out with all of you for the end of the game. Here we go, everyone. Going to share my screen. Going to get right to it here. Christian Vasquez, I mean, what a great time to go live. An old friend in Christian Vasquez. Can he come through? He's had some clutch moments in the postseason before. Can he come through here? We're going to have to wait and see. But here we go. Everyone, while I'm getting settled in here, if you can, just hit the like button for me. If anyone is new, think about subscribing down below. And let's get to it here. All right, I'm going to turn on some tunes. Here we go. The music working? Hold on one second. Music is working. All right, here we go. Sharing the screen. All right, who we got here in the chat? We got Jamie Mendoza. What's going on, my friend? Nick, how you doing? Scott, hello. Sam G. Richard Beaton-Cozy. What's going on? Derpy 500 first. How are we doing? What a game tonight, everyone. This has been a very fun game. I have loved this. 5-0 lead for the Astros. The Phillies battling back there. You got to love just everything about this game. You know, Justin Verlander, once again, just not able to come through in a World Series game. I do not understand Justin Verlander in the World Series. It is just, it's mind-boggling to me. Oh, no, Vasquez. Oh, he knew it. He knew it. He knew it. That was a nasty pitch, though. That was a nasty pitch. But here we go. 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth. Can the Astros come up with some magic? Athletics 510. How you doing, my friend? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Oh, man, the Astros were sitting quite pretty in the beginning there. 5-0 lead. Kyle Tucker just hitting bombs all over the place. Verlander looked pretty good early on. Here we go. Jose Altuve. This was my World Series MVP pick. Can he make up for it here? Here we go. MVP kind of a moment. There's a strike there. Looked like a cutter. Was that that was a slider, actually. But, how are we doing? Alberta, how we doing, my friend? How you doing? You're saying here, remember Vasquez's bunt over the first baseman for a hit. Can't remember if that was in the playoff. I remember what you're talking about. I don't remember when that was. I remember that, though. Here we go. 0-1 count. 2 outs here to Jose Altuve. He's had plenty of big moments in the postseason. Can he come through with a big one here in the World Series? He has been very cold in this postseason, hitting under 100 in the postseason. Also, you will see on my screen, I have MLB Game Day, and my TV is a little behind. Ooh, big swing and a miss. You see how Altuve, his front shoulder, just flew open right there? He was trying to jack it out of the yard. Yeah, front shoulder just flew completely open. I don't know, man. Altuve, he's battling something here. You see Altuve, he's got he's freshly clean shaven. Here we go, foul ball. I love when these players, and they're like slumping, they always do something different. They do something different with like the hair, or they'll shave or something. How we doing? Aces of the staff, second coming. Hi, John Lester was 3-0 in the World Series for the Red Sox. My favorite pitcher. I love John Lester in the playoffs, man. Big game John. That guy was awesome. Man, oh man, I miss John Lester. You see? Oh man, I thought maybe Altuve maybe got that. Oh, it drops though. It drops and Altuve is in. He put his head down as soon as he hit it. I don't think he realized they had a chance to bloop in. The Astros have the winning run here on first. Bottom of the ninth, 2 outs. Joshua Stevens, he knows John Lester's excellent postseason in 2013 all too well. Scott Cherry Sr. starting to feel sick to my stomach. Altuve was just down in the dumps, but Sometimes that's what you need to get going, man. You just need a little bit of luck. I think Altuve, he can get it going. Kyle Tucker, not a great postseason overall. Jeremy Pena is up. He's had some big moments here in the postseason. Had one against the Yankees. Had the game-winning home run in the 18th inning against the Mariners. Can he come up with another big-time moment here in the bottom of the 9th? Oh, Pena goes! Oh, what a steal! Oh, no, sorry, Altuve goes, I meant. Altuve goes, not Pena. He's batting. Altuve has stolen second. Wow, what a steal. That's some aggressive base running. I love it. Absolutely love it. Sometimes I hate it, but man, in a tie game. Now, if you're down in the game, then yeah, you shouldn't be stealing. But if you got a tie game and you got a chance to make something happen, absolutely. I love the aggressiveness. And now Pena has a chance to win this game. That was really close. I think he got his foot in just in time. No, I think he's in. The ball hit him, and then Segura was able to trap the ball right on his leg. I think he was in. I don't think he had the ball secured in his glove, though. That's the only thing. I don't think the ball was secured. Aces of the staff, I like your Chris Jericho intro. I love the Chris Jericho intro, man. I'm a wrestling fan, from back in the day. I love the Attitude Era of wrestling. I'll still keep up with it a little bit. But, man, Jericho, that entrance that he had, oh, I loved it. Loved it. Had to include it in my intro. I think Altuve's in, man. But it's not secure. That's the thing. The ball is not fully secure. I think, right, the ball has to be... I'm not sure the exact rules. Not sure. But they are looking at it. If he is safe, this is a big moment. Big moment. I feel like they're going to call him safe. I think he's in. I think he's in. Let me know in the chat, everyone. Let me know in the chat. Do you think he was safe or do you think he was out? Yep, he's safe. Yep, he's safe. Joshua, have you ever thought about going 60 frames per second? I actually have done that, and it kind of froze up my computer one time. It didn't look all that great. Ronatron 2.0, you think he was out? Yeah, I personally thought he was safe. It was so close. I just don't think the ball was very secured. But here we go, Jeremy Pena. I was hoping he was safe because now you got a big moment here. Pena's got ice in his veins. There's a slider right down the middle. That was a pretty good pitch to maybe take a hack at. Hitting .282 in this postseason. That's a good little sign. It's Pena time. Oh, hits it the other way. Oh! What a catch! What a catch! Nick Castellanos! Oh, my! He just saved the Phillies in Game 1. Wow! What a big-time moment. That's crazy, man. We're going to extras. Bryce Harper is pumped. I got to say this about Bryce Harper. I love the green. I love the green. I love the green shoes. He's got the green headband. I love that slight addition of the green. Scott Sherry Sr. says, nice catch. Richard says, wow. That was awesome. You got to love that, man. That ball drops in. Now, I don't think Pena would have scored on that. Because if that drops in, I think because Pena has to watch it, right? Well, no, I mean, if it's 2 outs, you're running. No, he would have scored. Sorry, I take that back. If it's 2 outs, you're running. So, oh man, big time moment. Big time moment. But here we go. Coming up in the top of the 10th, we got JT Realmuto. We're going to have Harper, and then Nick Castellanos will come up. Luis Garcia coming in from the bullpen. I'm sure Luis Garcia, he's going to be given a bit of a leash. I could imagine they'll give him at least a few innings. Try and save that bullpen. That's the advantage the Astros do have. They have these starters. They can come in and they can throw some long relief. Yeah, Scott Cherry Sr., at least he can do, or at least he can catch a ball because he ain't doing crap with his bat. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Castellanos did come through earlier in this game, but overall in the postseason, not so much. Southsider 14, how you doing, my friend? He says, mercy. Gregory, let's go Philly, he says. Mitchell Hopkins, how you doing? The more innings this game goes, the better it is for the Astros. Yeah, absolutely. They got the pitching. They got the better pitching depth by far. Scott Cherry Sr., one of them is going to hit a home run. I mean, Luis Garcia. Let's take a look at Luis Garcia's numbers this year. Let's take a look-see. Haven't seen a lot of Luis Garcia in this postseason. Also, how about Kyle Schwarber with that steal, huh? A little Kyle Schwarber action tonight. So we did see... He did come in for... Oh, yeah, that's right. I think he came in during that Mariners game. I think in that 18-inning... Yeah, I think that's when he came in, right? The 18-inning game. He threw 5 innings then. But that's the only piece of action we've seen. But Luis Garcia, overall, pretty solid season. He had 28 starts. 3.72 ERA, 3.93 FIP. The strikeouts were a little down this year. Home runs were a little up. But velocity was actually up from the previous year. Remember Luis Garcia in the postseason last year? He had a really good postseason last year. It's Jacob. How you doing, my friend? How you doing? Ben and Danielle reviews. Luis Garcia was awesome in long relief against the Mariners. Yeah, that was the one game he's pitched. But other than that, he hasn't pitched. We didn't see him at all in the championship round. I mean, not like they really needed him. Oof. My goodness. 98 on the corner. I love a 98-mile-an-hour fastball in the corner. Aaron Nola didn't look great today, but there was one pitch he threw. It was a two-seamer on the outside corner that tailed back in. Oh, looked phenomenal. That's one of my favorite pitches. A fastball that runs back in. Ooh, big swing and a miss from Realmuto there. Garcia's got great stuff. Oh, Ben and Danielle reviews. It's actually Ben Myers. Ben Myers, my friend. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Scott Cherry, man. He's got an interesting delivery. Definitely different. He does the little rock-a-baby thing. Sometimes guys, they need like that movement, for the momentum. I don't know what it is. Some guys, they just do better that way. But Realmuto, he came up with a big hit earlier in this game. Had the double that tied this game up at 5. Let's see if he can get him started here in the 10th. Houston is rather quiet right now while Luis Garcia is rocking the baby. There's a ball, full count. Man, oh man. I hope everyone's having a good night. It's a Friday night. Well, actually, no, we're Saturday morning now. Saturday morning. I'm going to be honest with you. One of the things I hate the most... I'm going to be honest, I don't know. Does anyone else feel this way? Does anyone else feel this way? I'm not a fan of extra inning baseball, man. I like free things, but... Oh, Realmuto hits it the other way. That's going deep. That's got a chance, and that's gone! JT Realmuto comes through again! He ties the game earlier, and he is at a home run to give the Phillies the lead! Oh, my! Wow! Scott Cherry Sr., he called it. He added it just up above. One of the three is going to hit a home run. He was on to something. Gregory says, boom, baby. Ben Myers, I got to meet Luis Garcia and see him throw a bullpen session last year in Seattle. Got a ball signed. That was awesome. That is pretty cool, man. Oh, man. What a moment here. The Phillies have taken the lead on a JT Realmuto home run. You know, say what you will about Bryce Harper, but JT Realmuto is one of the leaders of this team. You could call him the leader of this team. And he comes through in a big way. Had the double earlier in the 5th inning to tie the game. And now he has hit a homer to give the Phillies a 6-5 lead. Solo Thought Sports, how you doing? This loss is all on Verlander. I mean, Verlander, it is just crazy to me. That was just above Kyle Tucker's glove. Wow. What a big moment. Big moment, man. Yeah, Ben Myers, the pressure is on for Houston in the bottom. That's the thing about Houston, man. You can never count them out. They'll be coming out with something. But these bullpens did a phenomenal job tonight. Gotta love the job for the both bullpens tonight. Well, except for Garcia here. I mean, honestly, Realmuto, man. That just went over the fence. Just poked it out. But Bryce Harper trying to add to this lead. 0-2 count. Oof. Fouls it right back. Again, I'm going to say it. I love the green. I love the green with Bryce Harper. You know, I'm also noticing this too. They're interviewing the players and the coaches during the games. I find that fascinating. I wonder how the players feel about that. You know? I'd be very intrigued to get like some kind of a comment from the players. Derek, how you doing, my friend? Just hopped on. Who are you rooting for? Hey, man, I made a video, actually. I made a video saying I'd like to see the Astros win this series. Julio Rodriguez, Robbie, can you see my chat? Julio Rodriguez, I see you. How you doing? How you doing? What else we got here? Solo Thought Sport. Oh, Bryce Harper knocks it in the opposite way. And there's a base hit for Harper, and the Phillies offense keeps on going. Dusty Baker coached Rob Thompson with the Giants. That's pretty funny. Yeah, Solo Thought Sports. Can't believe how bad Verlander is in the postseason. I mean, I can't either. Oh, did that dude just get hit in the... Did that dude get hit in the face with a home run? Did you see that guy fall over? I think he got hit in the face. That dude got knocked silly. Mitch Hopkins, I hate that they interview the players during the game. I find it to be a bit of a weird dynamic, you know. It's their dugout. You know, it's kind of just a team atmosphere. I could see some of the players maybe... I could see them either not caring or kind of just maybe even being a little irritated at it. I can't see any of the players being like, oh, yeah, I love that they're in the dugout. I love that. I don't think one player is going to go out of their way to be like, yeah, I think that's great. To be honest, I could see more players not liking it. But I can understand why they would want to do something like that from a TV perspective. Because it really does add, you know, to the experience, right? Kind of gives you a little more to chew on, you know? It's different. I can appreciate that. What else we got? Derek, I'm hoping the Phillies take the series just because I don't want the Astros to win again. Yeah, man. Part of me wants the Astros to win so we can kind of just all accept how good they are. We can all just move on. Dusty Baker, top 2 manager right now. Dusty Baker's a winner, man, but he needs to win the big one. Needs to win the big one. But here's Castellanos making the big catch in the bottom of the 9th. If that ball dropped in, you could be seeing already an Astros victory. But here's Castellanos. Ground ball back to second. Altuve to second. Pena on to first. Double. No! Almost got the double play. Castellanos turned on the wheels, and he is safe at first. We have one out here in the top of the 10th. Chris, Phillies in 7. I think this could, I mean, the way this game is going, this is a very competitive game. Very competitive game. Twan X down 5 runs early. This Phillies team is something. They really battled back. Really battled back. Southsider 14, how you doing, my friend? Astros could use TLR. Who's TLR? My potato brain is not picking it up. Julio Rodriguez, the real Julio Rodriguez, he says, is in the chat. Oh, Tony La Russa. Tony La Russa, my goodness. Ben, the Astros have a good team. Impressed with how Jeremy Pena stepped up to replace an all-star shortstop. Absolutely. I think he's been huge, man. And he's done a great job. Robbie, do you play MLB The Show? I have it. I never get around to playing it. I don't know what it is. Like, the idea of playing it, and doing content for the channel, it sounds great. I just don't have the attention span for it. Like, I can't sit there and just play it, Always, MLB The Show, it looks great. I'm not a big fan of the gameplay, to be completely honest, like actually playing like a game. I was an MVP baseball guy. That to me was, MVP baseball, man. I loved playing that. Oh, he tops it. That's on to third. Bregman charges, throws to first, and he's got him. Castellanos advances to second. Bohm gets him over. But Bregman with a great play for the second out. Jesus plays Super Mega Baseball. I actually, I used to have a Nintendo Switch. I ended up selling it. But I did have Super Mega Baseball on it. That was pretty fun. To me, MVP Baseball was the greatest game ever. Ever. The best baseball game. Just the graphics at the time were great. Just everything was smooth. It wasn't complicated. I don't know. There's something about MLB The Show where it kind of moves a little too slow for my liking. I can't even really put my finger on it. MVP Baseball, it felt more arcade-like, but not really arcade-like, if that makes any more sense, or if that makes any sense. Ben used to play Slugfest growing up. That was a good one. Yeah, Darkness, MVP 05. MVP Baseball 2005, I think, was the greatest baseball game ever made. None of the MLB The Shows have come close for me. I could seriously play that game all night. When I was growing up, MVP Baseball to me, and the soundtrack was just fantastic. Oh, what a great game, man. What a great game. Julio Rodriguez, am I handing out candy? No, my friend. No. I live in an apartment complex, so people aren't really going to be, people don't really go to the apartments, for the candy. Maybe one day when I got a house and a family, I'll do it. But, Darkness, I'll be honest with you, I probably would, man. The fun size, like chocolate, like Snickers and Milky Way, Twix, that's a huge weakness of mine. Like, I'm not good with small things like that because I'll just eat a ton of it. I'd rather almost just go get a full-size candy bar at the store. I don't know, because like if I get all these fun-size candy bars, man, I'll end up eating like 50 of them. I don't know what it is, man. It's almost like a rush, just ripping open the wrappers over and over again. What do we got? Ace of the Staff, how you doing? I have a Nintendo Wii, and I have, oh man, the GameCube. Yeah, that's what I used to play MVP Baseball on. The GameCube. Oh man, GameCube was great. That was awesome. Look at Philly going absolutely nuts, man. That's one thing I love about the Phillies. Sure, I made a video saying I'd like the Astros to win this series, but the Phillies, man, their fans are great. Say what you will. They can get a little intense. They can, you can definitely make an argument that maybe they're a little obnoxious at games, like especially Eagles games. And, you know, they're definitely out there. They're going to get in your face and they're going to tell you how they feel. But I appreciate the passion. But here we go. Stanek is on the mound here. 2 outs, top of the 10th. Got Bryson Stott up. He pops it up. Is that going to stay in? Bregman goes for it. Oh, not able to come up with it. Scott Cherry, big fan of RBI 22. Haven't played it yet. I played the first one. I thought it was okay. Derek, Power Pros, one of my favorite games. Yeah, that was a good one. Ratchet, Phillies. I mean, of course. Man. That is one of the better mascots. Got to agree. Ben Myers. Good with the eating until my work started selling snacks. Oh, dude. Snacks are my downfall. Here we go. Bryson Stott trying to make things happen. Stanek. 99-mile-an-hour fastball. We get a 1-2 count here. Runner on second base. 2 outs. Darkness. Not a fan of the RBI series. I vastly prefer the 2K series. Yeah, I remember 2K. I remember when Tim Lincecum was on the cover. I thought that was okay. Kobe Life, my friend. I love you too, man. I love you too. Ryan Stanek, 1-2 count. 98. Castellanos. Christian Vasquez took a look. Castellanos had to slide back in. Derek, don't like RBI baseball because of the way you could move the batter. Yeah, you know, that was also another thing I liked about MVP baseball. I felt like it was pretty easy to move the runners around. That's something I struggle with on MLB The Show. I would goof up a lot in MLB The Show with just advancing the runners. Like, I could never get a grasp on it. I don't know. Ratchet. Yeah, I played Super Mega Baseball a couple of years ago when I had the Switch. I ended up selling the Switch, though. Julio, why did I sell the Switch? Hey, man. Needed a few bucks. I was actually trying to save up some money. I was paying off a car, and I figured, hey, I had someone buy it for a few $100 because you couldn't buy a Switch anywhere. This was during the COVID time, and people were just looking to buy a Nintendo Switch any way they could. And yeah, I was like, all right, I'll sell mine. Whatever. Someone was offering me basically what you could buy it for in the store. And I was like, all right, sure. Why not? So, because I wasn't really playing it that much anyway. But Bryson Stott, he walks. And we got 2 on. How you doing, everyone? 85 people in the chat. Appreciate you all stopping by. I was hoping we would have the end of the game. I just wanted to go live to react to see if maybe we could see a walk-off hit. But here we are, top of the 10th, and the Phillies are now on top thanks to a JT Realmuto home run. The Astros will look to come up with some magic in the bottom of the 10th. But Stanek, he's got some work to do here. Segura looking to drive in an insurance run. 0-1 count, 2 out. Big fastballs from Stanek tonight. Very high velocity. He's hit 99 what feels like at least 5 times now. Just kind of pumping the velocity. Zed, could they make a comeback? Absolutely. For the Astros, in the bottom half, you're going to have Alvarez, Bregman, and Tucker. I mean, absolutely. Tucker's had a massive game. I mean, could you see Tucker go deep for a 3rd time? I'd go insane. I would absolutely flip out. That's in on the hand. Segura pops it up. Vasquez gives it a chase. Slides because but could not come up with it. Ben, how you doing? I don't think I could stay up to the end of the game. I have to run a board game day at work tomorrow. My goodness. Sounds like a brutal day. But also kind of fun at the same time. A board game day? But I could see running it being a little tough. Julio, do I like Zach Hampel? You know, I don't know. I understand his content. I think sometimes, you know, when he's, I don't know, when he's just battling kids out there, it's a little much. You know, it's like, come on, dude. But he seems like a nice guy. I can't really say anything about him because I don't know him. But, I don't know, it kind of, I don't know. When I'm seeing someone, you know, an adult, you know, fighting off little kids to try and get a ball, it's like, come on. Oh, Segura rips it. Oh, but Bregman's got it. That looked like he hit it a lot harder off the bat. Dude, I love Harper's headband. Why can't anyone have more swag than Bryce Harper? I love the Phillies swag, man. It's the best. But here we go. There's the third out. Astros trying to come up with some magic in the bottom half. Who will be pitching for the Phillies? Who will be pitching? So we had Dominguez there. Could they stay with Dominguez? Who will they turn to? Who will they turn to? E-Man 84, home field advantage. Ha! What a joke. You know, I don't know. I feel like these days, home field advantage, I don't think it really means all that much. I mean, sure it helps, but I don't know, man. I'm not a huge believer in it. But it definitely is, it's definitely nice to play at home. But yeah, Verlander, I think, was, I don't know what it is with him, man. When it comes to, you know, actually, I wanted to pull up this stat. Let's go to the Verlander splits and how he does second and third time through the order. So let's take a look here. Let's take a look at the splitty splits. Derek, think they're going to go to a lefty. They did have David Robertson warming up at one point. Could they go Brad Hand? Oh, I would not want to have Brad Hand. All right, let's see Verlander this year. Hold on. Times through the batting order. Where do we got? What do we got? What do we got? I know they have this number. Is it this one? Times facing opponent in a game. Oh, here we go. So Verlander this year. So when his pitch count gets over 75, his numbers definitely went up. Where are just the... All right, so here we go. Where are the pitching numbers? What am I looking at right now? What are these numbers? Am I looking at the right thing? Here we go. Splits. Where is this split? I know that they have it. Leading off, hit trajectory. I could have sworn they had like a stat number of times through the order. All right, let's go back to this one. So by inning, he's actually not been great in the 7th inning. ERA of a 6.39 in the 7th inning. How many pitches did he end up throwing today? He ended up throwing 90 pitches. So we've seen this year his numbers go up when he's at least 76 pitches. 76 through 100 pitches, he has not been great. So maybe you could make the argument that maybe they should have taken him out maybe a little sooner, possibly. I don't know. But here we go. Back to the game. David Robertson is on the mound trying to close it out. Alvarez rips it, but that's foul. Here we go, everyone. How you doing? Joe, how you doing, my friend? Astros 2-7 record at home during the World Series. That is a weird record. You would think they would be a lot better at home. Julio, man, how are the... actually, Julio, I'm teaching 4th grade this year. 4th grade. They're doing great. They're doing great. Oof. Alvarez took a hack, man. I've been saying here on the streams that Alvarez really reminds me of David Ortiz a lot. He's just that big presence in the box. Big swings, obviously the power. Wall Street Money, did the Phillies win yet? No, my friend. They are 3 outs away here. David Robertson, 0-2 count. Alvarez with a huge hack. They would like Alvarez to start heating up a little bit here. He was doing really well against the Mariners. Got a little cold. I want to say cold, but not doing as much as he was against the Mariners, against the Yankees. Scott Sherry, the Philly fans are going to show the Astros no mercy when we play at home. That's going to be a fun atmosphere. Robertson with a slider. Misses on the outside half. Got a 1-2 count. R. Evans, I can't believe they came back like that with Verlander on the mound. Yeah. Well, Verlander's numbers definitely show that the later he gets, the higher the pitch count, he tends to do worse. Alvarez is just taking hacks right now. Julio, favorite NFL team. I mean, I got to say my Patriots, my friend, but they're not doing all that great. Not doing all that great. Lost to the Bears the other night. What the heck is going on with my Patriots, man? I have no idea what's going on with Mac Jones. I got no idea what's going on. But here we go. 1-2 count. Robertson comes set. Alvarez. Umpire calls time. Alvarez is huge. Dude is just massive in the box, man. Here we go. 1-2 count. Oh! Big old slider. Blocks it, tags him, and there's the first out. Man. Or what was that, a knuckle curve? Couldn't even tell. What a pitch. Don't forget, David Robertson, they got him at the deadline. He was really good with the Cubs. Alex Rodriguez is in the chat. I still remember 2003 when we beat the Red Sox. A-Rod, man, you were with the Texas Rangers in 2003. Alex Rodriguez, what are we doing? You didn't get there till 2004. It's time for bed, Alex Rodriguez. Here we go, Alex Bregman. Oof. He left that slider right across the middle of the plate. How Bregman didn't take that like 500 feet, I have no idea. Two outs away here. Phillies looking to steal game 1 here in Houston. Bregman looking to come up with a big one. There's a knuckle curve from Robertson. That's a ball on the outside. For tonight, Alex Bregman hasn't done a whole lot. He had the walk. He did score a run. But Bregman looking for a hit. Rips it down the left field line, but foul. Let's see what Bregman can do. Big spot. Oh! Bregman! Deep! That's off the wall! Bregman rounds first! And Bregman with a double, and the Astros have something cooking. And here comes Kyle Tucker. Oh my! Kyle Schwarber went for it, and Bregman just stuck out the bat. He just poked it out to left. Got enough of the barrel on it to send it deep. Schwarber really went for it. Oh. But Bregman coming through in a big spot. And here is Kyle Tucker, who has 2 home runs tonight. My goodness. What do we got here in the chat? E-Man, of course it's not a homer, he says. Kyle Tucker, can he hit his 3rd home run of the game for a walk-off? Robertson with a nice pitch on the outside half, but it's called a ball. Joseph says Tucker should go yard for the triple. I mean, anything at this point. A base hit ties the game. But what's really good about the Bregman double is you don't got to run around first. So, no double play. Kyle Tucker, man. Dude's been hot tonight. Ooh, nasty pitch from Robertson. Knuckle curve at the ankles. Strike 1 for Tucker. Wall Street Money says they should walk Tucker. I mean, I don't know. Not a bad idea. But then again, if you feel like you can get the out, go for it. Maybe if it's 0 outs, maybe do it. But with 1 out, I don't know. Oh, that one was left just a little too much in the zone for my liking. Tucker fouls off a knuckle curve. Inside just enough. Gurriel is on deck. He's 2 for 4. Tucker 3 for 4 on the night, 4 RBIs, 2 home runs. Can Kyle Tucker play the hero here in Houston for Game 1? Houston is on their feet. Robertson, 1-2 count, 1 out. Tucker looking to do something. That one misses. 92-mile-an-hour cutter down in the dirt. How are we doing, everyone? How are we doing? Close to 100 people in the chat. Thank you for stopping by. It is Saturday morning as of right now. Of course, World Series Game 1 goes late. Of course it does. I swear, like every time, I want to do like just a post-game recap, it's always just such a late one. Here we go. 2-2 count. Oh, Kyle Tucker with a big swing and a miss on the knuckle curve. And there's 2 outs for the Phillies. The Phillies are 1 out away from winning Game 1 in Houston. But here comes Yuli Gurriel. 2 for 4 on the night. Not a great season for Gurriel overall, but can he come up with something big here? His career against David Robertson, 3 for 5, 2 doubles. Can he come up with a big one here? Can he tie it up? Maybe even win it. There's a cutter on the outside corner. Strike 1. Man, oh man. Ratchet, best extra inning game this season, he says. Or this postseason. I mean, I don't know, man. Well, yeah, I think you can make an argument. It is a World Series game, but that 18-inning game with the Mariners, my goodness. Here we go. 0-1 count. Robertson comes set. Cutter on the outside. Misses for a ball. We got a 1-1 count. Gurriel, like I said, really tough year. The batting champion last year did not come close to those numbers this year. They ended up making a trade for Trey Mancini to bring in another bat. But they stuck with Gurriel, and here he is in a big spot. Bottom of the 10th, 2 outs. There's another cutter on the outside. Misses for a ball. 2-1 count. Alex Rodriguez, new to the channel, he says. I hope the shirt that you're wearing is a bet that you lost. Absolutely not. One of my few Red Sox jerseys. I got to get the red one soon. I don't have the red one. I have the home, the away. Misses again. Knuckle curve on the outside. We got a 3-1 count, a hitter's count for Yuli Gurriel. A runner on second. Bottom of the 10th, 2 outs. Can Gurriel come through with a clutch knock? Phillies 1 out away from taking game 1. There's another ball. Gurriel walks. And they got 2 runners on. The tying run at second. The game-winning run at first. And here we go. We got Aledmys Diaz coming up to the plate. Here comes the pitching coach out to the mound to discuss some strategy. It looked like it was going to be Trey Mancini coming up, but it looks like Diaz has taken his place. Aledmys Diaz hitting .243 on the year, 12 homers, hitting .071 in the postseason so far. So they decided not to go with Trey Mancini. He went 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts tonight. So Diaz will get a shot here to play hero. David Robertson has shown some good stuff here tonight, but he's been a little messy at the same time. Aledmys Diaz hitting .071 this postseason, a .276 OPS. And here we go. Winning run on first. Oh, that one bounces away! And the runners advance! Oh, my! The winning run is on second. A knuckle curve bounced in the dirt. It looked like it went off Real Muto's cleat. And both runners have advanced. Or no, it bounced into the ground and it went off of his wrist. Or went off of his glove. Bounced high into the air all the way to the backstop. And both runners have advanced into scoring position. Bottom of the 10th, 2 outs. Diaz looking to play hero. A base hit wins the game. Oh, a high curveball almost hits Diaz. We got some drama here. 2-0 count. Robertson all of a sudden, that almost hit him. Oof, that was close. That almost brushed his jersey. You got McCormick on deck. Oh, that one hit him. Oh, what? What in the world? Oh, the umpire calls him back. It hit him, but he said he leaned into it. I think that would have hit him anyway. Oh, no. I take that back. It did look like he stuck out the elbow a little bit. Oh, Diaz put his elbow into it. At full speed, it looked like it hit his shoulder, but on the replay, absolutely stuck out his elbow. Robertson mouthing something to the plate. But we got a 3-0 count. Just recapping that. Diaz sticking out his elbow. He got hit, but the umpire called him back. Oh, Diaz swings and misses through it. And we got a 3-1 count. Carla Sanchez is in the chat. She is still mourning her Dodgers loss. Oh, there's a ground ball to third. He's got it. On to first, and the Phillies have won game 1 in the 10th inning here in Houston. Oh, my. A big moment for JT Realmuto. Home run in the 10th. And the Phillies just hold off the Astros in the bottom half. And they have taken game 1. Oh, my. We had some drama there. It looked like Diaz got hit with the pitch, but on the replay showed that he stuck out his elbow. and the umpire called him back. And next thing you know, they get him to ground out. And the Phillies, with a heck of a comeback here, down 5-0 in this game, battled their way back. JT Realmuto tied it and eventually wins it. Nick Castellanos with a big-time catch in the bottom of the ninth that would have won the game, or definitely would have won the game. Ratchet, Phillies officially won the first game of every series this postseason. Good call there. Good little stat. Phillies are very good at game one. Very good at game one. And we have a final here. If you're with us, we are just getting to the end of the game. And I will be doing a post-game recap here. But here we go. E-Man84 says Astros 0-5 in World Series Game 1s. Have to wait and see what ends up happening for Game 2. But everyone, thank you. Thank you for joining with me tonight. We are going to do a post-game recap here. And we just wanted to watch the end of the game there. Wow, what a game tonight. Absolutely amazing game. This will definitely go down as one of the more memorable Game 1s in World Series history. A back-and-forth one. Astros with a 5-0 lead. Kyle Tucker, just absolute bombs tonight. Helping out the offense. Helping out Verlander. But Verlander could not meet his end of the deal. Verlander's World Series struggles continue. I don't know what to say about Verlander in the World Series. I have no idea. I don't get it. I don't understand. Why can't Verlander pitch well in the World Series? I don't understand what his problem is. But let's recap this game here. Let's recap this game. Everyone, thank you for joining. We are going to be doing a post-game recap. So let's just kind of go through everything. And we might as well just start from the beginning. Kyle Tucker here. Man, oh man, really setting the tone. The Astros, I mean, if you noticed in the postseason, you know, their offense, they were doing enough throughout this postseason. In the Mariners series, did enough, right? It took Jeremy Pena's solo shot in the 18th inning to win that series. And but they have just rode their pitching all postseason. Fantastic pitching. Starting pitching has been great. The bullpen has been locked down. The offense, though, hasn't really come alive in this postseason. But Kyle Tucker, who had not been hitting well in this postseason so far, he was due, and he absolutely came through for you. A couple of home runs tonight. Coming up with the first one in the bottom of the second, you had Maldonado there, make it 2-0, and then a big 3-run shot there. I mean, my goodness, King Tucker was just going crazy. A 5-0 lead for Houston. But the Phillies came on back here in the fourth and the fifth. In the fourth, Hoskins, he got it started with the base hit. Realmuto moved him over there. Harper had the base hit. And then Castellanos had the base hit right after him to drive him in. And then Alec Boehm, I feel like a bit of a forgotten big hit tonight for Alec Boehm. Had the double there that scored 2, made it 5-3. But then you had JT Realmuto with the big double there in the 5th inning. We'll talk about Realmuto in just a little bit. But then it really turned to the bullpens at that point. Back and forth with the bullpens. It just felt like, you know, it's funny with the Astros this postseason, every time they've had a lead, even if it was just like a 1 or 2 run lead, the games always felt really out of reach. But this one tonight, it felt dead even. Like, even though the Astros, you know how good they are, the Phillies, we've just seen how many times they've come up in big spots in this postseason. So you didn't know what was going to be happening, but the bullpens took over. The 6th inning, I got to say here, yes, the Phillies take this one tonight, but got to give a lot of credit to Brian Abreu. He looked nasty. This guy has looked so good this postseason. I feel like Brian Abreu is not getting enough attention. This guy is nasty. Could this guy end up being a future closer at some point? He's like painting 98, 99 on the corners. Struck out 2 tonight. Huge performance for him. The Astros, though, this is when their mojo just really ran out. After Kyle Tucker was just driving in runs left and right, they had a chance. Bottom of the 6th, you had a runner on second, but then Maldonado grounded out. Moving into the 7th, the Phillies also had a big opportunity, but Hector Neris, man. Oh my goodness. What a strikeout of Nick Castellanos. He came in for just the out. Holy cow, what a strikeout that was. What a changeup that was in the my goodness, that was nasty. Absolutely nasty pitch. Let's actually go through that sequence. It was they called it a splitter. It looked like a changeup to me, but I guess you can call it a splitter. But hey, Nick Castellanos going down way of the K. That was just huge. The bases were loaded. It looked like they could have broken that game open right there, and he came up in a big spot. In the bottom half, you had Suarez come in for the Phillies. Big strikeout of Yordan Alvarez. They went with the lefty-lefty matchup. You got to love what he did, man. You know, and he had a great fielding play. There was a comebacker to him. Fielded it like it was nothing. And my goodness, these bullpens. 8th inning, Rafael Montero. He's been nasty this entire postseason. I've just loved Rafael Montero this year. He's just been such a big part of this bullpen, you know, considering how bad he was last year. Now he's pitching in a World Series game, continues to be nasty this postseason. In the bottom half, Dominguez, he came in for Suarez. Dominguez with quite the performance, got a big double play after Suarez, and then got a strikeout to end the 8th inning. 9th inning, Presley came on, looked really good. What I liked about Ryan Presley is he went to a changeup to strike out Kyle Schwarber. Ryan Presley this entire year threw 25 changeups, and he struck out one of the Phillies' best hitters with a changeup. Love it. I think he actually threw 2 changeups in that at bat, and he went 25 changeups for the entire year. That's insane. But as we just saw, if you were with me, I went live in the bottom of the 9th. Astros could not come up with it there. They had the blooper. Nick Castellanos, what a catch for him. I mean, what I like about Castellanos this postseason, he's not had an amazing season. He's definitely been a bummer of a contract this year. Quite a disappointment. Nick Castellanos reminds me of J.D. Drew going back to 2007 when the Red Sox signed him to a pretty nice contract. And then J.D. Drew just didn't do a whole lot with the bat that year. But in the postseason, he came up big when it mattered. Had the big grand slam against the Indians at that time. And this is what Nick Castellanos is doing. He's come up with a couple of hits this postseason. He's been contributing a little bit with the bat. Had a base hit tonight, drove in a run, but making a huge catch there. That would have ended the game because you had 2 outs. You're in a runner on second. It was a blooper. Your runners are going on. Runners are going. I mean, I'm sure maybe, again, you do have 2 outs. I mean, he's probably running, but I would imagine, you know, he's probably still looking to see, you know, where it was going to go. So who knows if he would have ended up scoring, but definitely, I mean, if he's going, if he's running, if he's off, that's game over at that point. But Castellanos, give him a lot of credit there. Big time catch. And then Real Muto being the leader of this team. You know, say what you will about Bryce Harper, but JT Realmuto, to me, this is the guy. He comes to work every day. You know, Harper is definitely more one of these guys. You know, he's more of like a, you know, Harper's got the swagger, right? JT Realmuto is just a dude. Comes to work every day, and he just gets the job done. Obviously, he's handling the pitching staff. But what a big-time moment for Realmuto here. Big home run. Just cleared the fence. Just cleared Kyle Tucker's glove. I think it knocked out a fan. I don't know. I'd have to see the replay. It looked like a fan got hit with the ball and that dude just toppled over. I have no idea. Hopefully that guy's okay. But big time moment for Realmuto. And then the Astros in the bottom half, they had a chance there. Bregman with the double, somehow able to just poke that ball out to left field and then going off the wall. Schwarber made a good attempt, but Bregman, he was able to get on. Tucker, though, that was a big strikeout for Tucker, man. With what he's been able to do with the bat tonight, you'd hope that he could have done something. And then Gurriel was able to get the walk. And then you had the Diaz moment right there. You had the Diaz moment, you know, sticking out his elbow. Honestly, I don't know. It felt like the Astros maybe had some magic going, and then he sticks out the elbow, and it almost felt like just the game the momentum turned a little bit. Because it's like, I don't know, Diaz, like, what are you doing? What are you doing sticking out the elbow? It's like, come on, man. It's like, if I'm up there, if I'm a guy, here's my thoughts on this. You want to know my thoughts on this? If I'm Diaz at the plate, right, and I'm in a World Series game, bottom of the 10th, I'm not looking to get hit by a pitch. I'm looking to fulfill my childhood dream and get a base hit to win the game. If I'm getting hit with a pitch, I'm pretty cheesed off at that. I'm like, are you kidding me? I get an at-bat in the World Series, bottom of the 10th, and I get hit? I'd be irate. I would beg to stay at the plate. I mean, my goodness. And then he's sticking out his elbow. It's like, what are you doing? You can't, I don't know. Maybe our mindsets are different, I guess. I would not be looking to get hit by a pitch. I'd be looking to be a World Series hero and drive in a couple of runs. I'm just saying. But in the end, the umpire called him back. That was a pivotal moment right there because with Diaz, after him, it would have been Chas McCormick. And hey, McCormick hasn't done a whole ton this postseason, but he's been pretty solid overall. Has an 892 OPS this postseason. I mean, I don't know, man. I understand maybe why Diaz would want to get on base because you got a good bat in McCormick right there. But I don't know, man. I don't know. In the end, the umpire called him back because he did stick out the elbow to get purposely hit and then ended up getting the ground out, and that ended the game. But let's focus on the pitching here. Let's focus on the pitching. If you were with me during the game, we went and looked at some Verlander stats. Verlander, as he goes deeper into the game this season, he's had great numbers all year. But if you take a look here, he is at his best when he is like 25 to 75 pitches. This guy is great. I mean, look at his numbers when he's at pitches 26 through 50. Hitters are only hitting 165 against him, 216 on base. The on base even gets lower. But then when he goes over 75 pitches, he has not been great. He's not been great. You can see the batting average spikes up by about 80 points. The on base spikes up by about 80 points. He is not good when he gets deeper into his pitch counts. I mean, hey, he's getting older in age, man. I mean, these guys, when they're getting older in age, their durability starts to go down. And obviously, remember with him, he was having, some issues with the arm there at the end of the season. And but he obviously he's looked pretty good this postseason. But I don't know. Could you have maybe made the argument that maybe you could have gone to the bullpen a little sooner? At that point, he had given up 3 runs. And then, it was in the 5th. How many outs were there with Real Muto in the 5th? I think, let me go to that. So they had 1 out. So you had the double on Marsh. You had Schwarber walk. And then you got the pop out. I mean, I don't know, man. I think maybe after that walk, could you have gone to the bullpen a little sooner? Could you have maybe gone with I know Luis Garcia ended up giving up the home run, but could you have maybe turned to a long reliever? What I've loved in this postseason is these guys have been able to go deeper into the games, but it felt like the Phillies were coming up with some momentum there. So could you have turned to Verlander or turned to the bullpen from Verlander a little sooner? Maybe, but I can also respect that this is your guy. You want him to go deeper into the game. So I can understand why he was still in this game. But I think you could have made an argument. You could have turned to the bullpen a little sooner there because it felt like he was starting to cough it up. And then he just has that stigma behind him in the World Series. He is just not pitched well in the World Series. I've never understood it. I don't get it. I don't know. I think that is one question that I think will be on maybe some people's minds. But as for Nola, same thing for him. But if you look, they took out Nola pretty quick. They took the ball from him. They didn't even let him try and finish out the 5th. While with Verlander, on the other hand, maybe that's where the Phillies won this game. They took the ball from Nola a little sooner, and they went to a bullpen that, quite frankly, is thinner than the Astros bullpen. I'm just saying, I think maybe the Phillies, they got the edge because they took the ball from their starter a little sooner. So, in the end, the Phillies bullpen absolutely nails. The Astros bullpen was great too, but Luis Garcia ended up being the loser tonight. But for game two, let's go take a look here. You're going to have Zach Wheeler for the Phillies. And we're going to have Framber Valdez for the Astros. Now, here's the thing. This is where I think the Phillies have an advantage here. Because I actually like Wheeler better in this series than Nola. When I was looking at Nola, I was, obviously with Nola, big curveball. The Astros tend to do pretty well against curveballs. I just had a feeling with Nola. I didn't like Nola as much in this series. Now, with Zach Wheeler, I think this guy could throw a dandy in game two. On the other hand, though, the Astros got Framber Valdez, and he has been fantastic. I think he could come in, and I think he could have a really good game in game two. Definitely, I think this could be a tied series after this one. But the Phillies, they made a really interesting move. People thought that Wheeler was going to get the game one start. Ended up going with Nola. Didn't look like a great decision in the end, but they grabbed the ball from him in just enough time for the Phillies bullpen to take over and then for the Phillies to mount a comeback there. So who knows? That move could end up really benefiting the Phillies here in the long run, but this is going to be a big game too. I think you could make an argument. Whoever wins this game, I think could win this series. Phillies go up 2, but I think if the Astros get a win and they get their mojo, I think that could be that could spell some trouble for the Phillies in this series. The Astros, they need to get a win. And hey, let's actually point this out too. Let's point this out. First loss for the Astros this postseason. How are the Astros going to bounce back? Hey, I'm just saying. We have not seen the Astros lose one this postseason. How are they going to respond in game two? I think it's going to be really interesting. This is going to be a great matchup. I do think Wheeler is going to be nasty in this one. I mean, the Astros have not done well against sliders this year. Wheeler, obviously a big slider. Let's see how well the Astros can do against that pitch. But the Phillies have not done well against curveballs. So I think Framber Valdez and that curveball, the Phillies, they're on average. They're on league average with the amount of ground balls that they get. So I think Framber Valdez can definitely get the Phillies to hit some balls into the ground. In this one, I do like Framber Valdez in this one. The guy's just been great this postseason, but Wheeler has 2. This is a great matchup. I'm really excited for it. Definitely excited. But what a game one. What a game one. This was a great game one. I mean, my goodness. It's like everything you could have wanted. Astros fans, you were lively in the beginning. Then the Phillies made a comeback. Bullpens, just nails. Extra innings. Big moment. Man, great game one. Absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. This will definitely be a more memorable game one in World Series history, in my opinion. But everyone, if you can, hit that like button for me. We got 266 people here in the chat. I mean, there is no reason why we cannot get 100 likes tonight. Get us to 100 likes, everyone, if you can. But yeah, Ellie3214, just a great game for baseball. It was a great game tonight. This is a wonderful game. You know, Kyle Tucker coming up big. Phillies mounting a great comeback there in the middle innings. I mean, honestly, this is everything you could want in a baseball game. So, but everyone, I am going to be putting here, let's do a poll. Let's do a poll. I like to do some polls. So let's do, what is this? Start a Q&A. Oh, it looks like YouTube added a little something for me. I can do a Q&A. But I'll do that later. Who wins? Everyone look out for the poll that I'm about to put. Who wins game 2? Phillies or Astros? Let's ask. Everyone look out for the poll. The poll is dropping. We got 275 people here in the chat. How many likes are we at right now? Hey, we're at 83 likes, everyone. Let's get to 100 likes here tonight. Help us get to 100 likes. Also, if anyone is new, think about subscribing. Hey, we are drawing very close to 27,000 subscribers. We are within 100 subscribers of 27,000. That is the goal for the end of the postseason, to get to 27K. We're within 100. So help us get there, everyone. Help us get there. But let's take a look here. How's this poll looking? T-Loss just subscribed. Thank you for that, my friend. Jason Hitchner, how you doing? Phils looks scrappy and hungry. I love that word, scrappy. All right, let's see what the poll is doing. Let's see. We got 75 votes. Oh, 79%. 79% for the Phillies. Oh, my. Oh, my. So it looks like, according to everyone in the chat, we're going to see a 2-0 series lead for the Phillies. Pat Culp looking very confident with Wheeler on the mound. You know, everyone, I have an option here to do a Q&A. A Q&A. I've never seen this before. This is a new feature on the... How do I do this? Q&A. Ask me something. Let's see. What does this do? Start Q&A. Let's see. All right, so I'm doing a new thing here. I don't know how this works exactly, but YouTube has a new option called a Q&A. I usually just look at the chat, if anything, but I'm not sure if it's something different. Oh, we got a new subscriber. Thank you for that, my friend. Thank you for subscribing. All right, so, okay. It looks like just like a regular chat, though. It looks like a regular chat. Let me go here on my phone. Maybe it looks a little different on my phone. Oh, my goodness. Got to turn the volume down. Well, I'm not seeing it pop up on my phone. I don't know what's going on, but we got a lot of questions here. I'll do a few. Let's see. Daniel Sierra, how good is Framber for you? He's awesome. I love Framber Valdez, man. Framber Valdez is great. Dude's nasty. That curveball has just been wicked, man. Matthew, how you doing, my friend? What do you think about those 2 pitches up on Diaz? Yeah, Robertson looked a little messy tonight. Had some good pitches tonight, but he looked a little messy there. But that is one thing about Robertson this year. His control wasn't amazing. He was walking over 4 batters per 9 this year. Ellie, 3214. Do you think this wild card system has not helped MLB? I think in the end, you know, it's brought him some more revenue. I think the wild card round was pretty exciting, but it did seem... Well, I mean, hey, at the end of the day, look at the Phillies. You know, they were the last seed, and here they are in the World Series with a 1-0 series lead. So I guess you can say it's helped. Brian, how you doing, my friend? Was the game as exciting as you hoped? Yeah, that was a great World Series Game 1. Permafrost, do you think the pressure got to Nola? I wouldn't say pressure got to him. I think just the Astros, they came out aggressive, especially Tucker. He needed to do something, so give a lot of credit to him. David, who should the Phillies start in Game 3 if they go up 2-0? That is interesting. I think they're going to try and stay away from Suarez in Game 2. I think he'll be fine for a Game 3 start at that point. Hims Gaming, how did you fall in love with the game? I'll tell you exactly the moment. I'd always been keeping track of just the Red Sox in general as a kid. I would always, see how Pedro was doing, Nomar. I loved Troy O'Leary when I was a kid. But when the Red Sox and the A's were playing in the 2003 division round, when Trot Nixon got the walk-off home run, I fell in love with the game, man. Fell in love with it. At that point, I never stopped watching a game, or at least looking just at every single game. I couldn't watch every single game every single night for the last, how many years now? 20 years. But every night, check the box score, follow game day if I wasn't home to watch. Man, that's when I fell in love with it, the Trot Nixon home run. John, I've been going to the Phillies games forever, and the tickets used to be just $15 for standing room. How much do you think they'll be after they win this World Series? Probably, standing room for the Phillies if they win this World Series? I think it won't be that bad. Maybe if they're playing, teams like the Braves and whatnot, a little more pricey. Maybe, I don't know, $75 for a decent seat, maybe? I don't know. Neil Smith, could this series between the Phils and the Astros be like the 1980 NLCS? How many games did that one go? Oh, that was a 5-game series. Oh, funny enough, that was a 5-game series back in the day. I mean, hey, right now it's looking like it's that point. Phillies won that series 3-2. Who was the NLCS MVP? Manny Trillo was the MVP in that one. So Phillies won game 1 of that championship round. Tracy Miller, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Astros won game 2 and game 3. Then the Phillies won game 4 and game 5. Wow, that game went 4 straight games of extra innings. Or that series, sorry. That series back in 1980 went 4 straight games in extra innings. Are we really going to have all these extra inning games? Just like they did in 1980? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I don't think my tired brain can handle that. Let's go back to a few more questions here. What do we got? Can Houston win in Philly? Yeah, Houston can win anywhere. They don't play well at home in the World Series, so I think maybe they'll have a better shot at Philly. Pat, did tonight's game change your mind on how the series will be played out? No, not yet. I think tomorrow is going to be a big one. Either team, if they win tomorrow, I think they have increased their chances by a lot of winning the World Series. Even for the Astros, I think if the Astros just get that win, I think that gives them their mojo. David, how do you feel about Schwarber on the Phillies? I made a video. If you go back into my channel, I did a video. It didn't really get a whole ton of views, but I did like a 4-minute video on Kyle Schwarber, why the Phillies needed to sign him. I did a video on it. They did it, and here they are in the World Series. I'm just saying. Seriously, go check out everyone. If you can, go watch that video. I would like for that video maybe to pick up a little bit because, if you guys just watch it, the algorithm will pick it up. I'm just saying, man. I did a video on that. I thought Kyle Schwarber was perfect for the Phillies. It made so much sense. It made a ton of sense because the Phillies needed a leadoff guy. And look how well that's turned out. I'm just saying. Robertson is good, but I don't know about using him again in those situations. I think at that point they kind of had to. I think maybe they could use him a little sooner. But then again, it was a tie game. Robertson is just going to give you a heart attack. He can come through. He reminded me of Craig Kimbrell in 2018. Craig Kimbrell just about killed me in that postseason. Almost killed me. I think I might have had a heart attack and didn't realize it. Jack, 2-1 Astros tomorrow in a pitching duel. I think we will see a pitching duel tomorrow. We had some offense here tonight. I think both starters, I think you're going to have a close one tomorrow. That's going to be a fun one. Jason, which impact will fans at home in Philly have on the Astros? The Astros, I don't think they care. They have been to Dodger Stadium with people screaming at them over the cheating scandal. I think they will be fine in Philly. But Philly, it's definitely a wild house there. Neil Smith, fun fact. Please mention the fact that this is the 5th game in a row between the Phillies and the Astros that have gone into extra innings. Oh, yeah, we just pointed this out. Yeah. Went 4 straight games in the 1980 National League Championship Series. Games 2 through 5 went into extra innings. So, as you're pointing out here, Neil, this is now the 5th straight postseason game between the Phillies and the Astros that have gone to extras. How fun is that? Geode Rain, how you doing? If the Astros go into Philly 1-1, who would be a better Game 3 starter? I'd go probably Christian Javier. That dude was just looking nasty. Yeah, I'd go Javier. So, Caxarello, how you doing? Who gets the edge if both bullpens tire out? Just the Astros bullpen is just so nasty. I know Luis Garcia gave up the hit tonight, but the Phillies bullpen didn't. They came through tonight. They came through, right? But they didn't look amazing. I'm just going to point that out. The Astros bullpen was just nasty. It was nasty tonight. My goodness. But, yeah, it was nasty. Anyway, that's pretty cool that I can do a Q&A here on YouTube. Or I don't know what it looks like. It's not showing me what it looks like here. But, All right, everyone. I think I am going to get out of here. But everyone, please, on your way out, if you can, hit the like button for me. If anyone is still new, hit subscribe. We're trying to get to 27,000 subscribers. That's the goal by the end of the World Series. If you can help us hit that goal, that would be just amazing, and I would love you forever. Hit the like button on the way out. We have 107 likes at the moment. If we can get to 150 by the time I get out of here, that would be amazing, and I would love you even more. Hit the bell button, everyone. That way you know every single time I go live. Share any of the content. Go watch the Kyle Schwarber video on my channel and go share it to everyone. I said it was the perfect move, and I'm just saying. Alrighty, everyone. I'm going to get out of here. Also, don't forget, we are partners here with SeatGeek. Use my code HYDE. You get $20 off on your first purchase. And go check out Prize Picks, everyone. Everyone, it's the World Series. Go make your bets on Prize Picks. If you're tired of FanDuel, tired of DraftKings, go play the over-unders. Use my code GINGER. You'll get a 100% deposit match. If you deposit $50, they will give you $50. I'm not kidding. And they have all these other deals on there as well. Everyone, I'm out of here. I'm going to get some sleep. I got to wake up in the morning. I got some stuff to do tomorrow. But I will be here live tomorrow night to react to Game 2. Everyone, I want to thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. As always, have yourself a great night, and I'll talk to you next time.